Well, if you don't mind, I would like to start a little bit earlier than that. I think it's a game of two halves. I think first half we have a lot of things that we can be happy, content, pleased with in the air. I think we create better of the chances in that half as well. It's not a perfect first half for us. I still think like it's a little bit below the standard we have as a team, but it's okay, and we are, of course, we're wanting to level up and do even better in the second half. And unfortunately, we do not. I think second half is not a good half of football for us. We are sloppy in possession. We turn over the ball. They have a term in tennis that I like. It's unforced errors, and I think we have a lot of them. And that doesn't help us against a team that is so good in transitions than a major city. And it means that we have to run a lot of meters, and we have to invest those meters into these transition moments because we are quite expansive when we're trying to build. And that comes to the last 20 minutes. We are a tired team. They are a tired team as well. You can see it's a game it's really open, and we score a goal, and it's really nice to see a player like Mackenzie Robbie that works incredibly hard in training, that she gets rewarded for that. But unfortunately, we don't have the day to be able to close out the game, which is frustrating when you look at the context for the year. But if we zoom out and we look at the second half as a whole, we have to look at ourselves in the mirror and say we have to be a better football team.
Yes.
This is the third straight game for you guys that ended in a draw. Obviously, all three of those are pretty winnable games for you guys. What do you think you have to do, and what changes do you have to make in order to turn those draws into wins moving forward?
Yeah, I think it's, of course, small margins that decide things in this game and in this league. We see that here. I think all three games in the league today ended in a draw. It's hard-fought battles, but we have to focus on our performance and doing that even better. That's the way we're going to affect the results long term as well.
Brilliant.
So today the team had over 400 passes, 83% accuracy. It had more possession, 60%. But at the end, the one that scored the goal was a defense. What do you think was missing on the offense? And can you tell us about the new signings? Do you think it's going to be like fresh to the team when it comes about scoring more goals and trying to find those 3 points?
Yeah, let me try and start. Yes, we had more of the possession. But like I said, I think we did more errors with the ball than we usually do. So I think we could have had more passes, if that makes sense. It's fair on set pieces that central defenders can score goals. We know Alana Kennedy is one of the best aerial players in the world. So of course she's a threat over there. Everybody knows that. So that she can score a goal from a second phase set piece, I don't think it comes as a surprise to anybody. When it comes to our signings, of course, we've been having a week where we're really low on numbers. Really need to have more players, but they're not ready yet to be able to be. There's visa processes and so on. So we need to be a little bit patient, and then we need to get them time to get into the team. So let's wait and see first if they can make a couple of trainings with the team, and then we can assess and see how we can benefit from them in the near future, long future for sure.
Fernando, I'm going to take a few more in the room, but use the raise your hand button if you have a question. Yes.
Jonas, last week there was a tight 0-0 match here, 1-1, where it was emotionally draining towards the end. What's the message for the squad to be able to rush to stop and move forward?
Like I said, we need to focus on our performance. Like, I don't think there is much we need to feel sorry for ourselves about. I think first half it's decent from us, but second half we need to do, and we should do much better. That's the expectations that we have on ourselves as a team. Then LA is still a good team. Like, it's not a guarantee that you win against them only because you have a good second half as well, but it would certainly have improved our chances. And that's what we need to focus on. We need to focus on ourselves and our performance rather than the result.
And then your experience on just coming back from an international break and just, you know, just being able to concentrate this team back to what the form that you had it before the break.
Yeah, it's gonna take, like I said, a little bit of time. We've had a lot of players away from various reasons, and we work hard on the training pitch. We improved it, and I'm certainly gonna grow in form and in performances here during the autumn.
Coach, after the final whistle, you gathered your team around there. What was your message to them in that moment?
Give recognition to Mackenzie Robbie in front of the group. I think it's incredibly important that we recognize the squad because that makes us strong. And sometimes you're choosing to start, sometimes you're choosing to finish the game, sometimes you might not even be choosing to do, and you still need to be ready. And it's an incredibly tough sport this year, because you can do really good things in training and in your own performances, but maybe there is a tactical reason or the competition is so hard on that position that you're playing. So it was really nice to see her hard work got that reward. But then I said the same message to them as I said to you here now. I think we need to look ourselves in the mirror and have much higher expectations on ourselves as a team in the second half, and we made that unnecessary hard for ourselves with the way we turned over the ball, and that we have to improve.
One more.
Thank you, Mayor. Hi, Coach. Good night. I know that you always think in the next game as the most important one, and you don't like to think in the future. But what can you take or what can you learn from this kind of games that you make perfect in defense, but just one play at the end who will win the game? Thinking for a potential playoff, when a play like this could change everything a whole season. What's the learning that you can take now that could happen now, but not in a playoff?
Now, of course, it's important that we can close out games, and sometimes we have that availability from the bench as well. That maybe we have an extra central defender. I think that could have be an excellent choice for us to be able to do that tactically, but we didn't on the bench today, so then it's hard to change. But it's important toolbox to have for the future.
To Mary Jo.
Just curious what you made of Kimmy Espanillo's performance in this game. She seemed to have a lot of passion in the start, but I'm curious what you thought of her performance in the context of how you've been developing her.
I think it was quite mature performance from her. She had a difficult role in defense. She needed to help us a lot there, and she works incredibly hard. And I think she got a lot of her decision making really well there. You see a lot of times she's coming down to our defending third in the first half and defends really well for us in those situations. So yeah, for her, I think definitely it was another promising performance.
Last one, Joe.
Yes, besides the bureaucracy, is it Fraser and Medina? And Medina, for example, being the winner of the Copa Americas on the other side, are they gonna be able to come right in and fit to play?
Like I said, they haven't trained with the team, so it's really hard for me to say. Yeah, that's where we're at in the process. So we need to wait and see, but hopefully they can be here soon.
Great. All right, thank you guys. We'll have players next. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.